this is what we wanted, everybody. Hi, everybody. This is an offline long play, let's say MLG play of Nights, baby. Nights into Dreams this week turns 20 years old.
Wow.
And none of you guys have much affection for this game, it's just me.
Yeah, Saturn was not my system back in the day.
Same.
It was $400 when it came out.
It does tie into the Stockholm Syndrome of having only a Saturn.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is the one game you could brag about that no other system had anything like.
Yeah.
And this intro alone, like, I think CG intros were not the name of the game back in '96. Sega hadn't done it a lot either. And here we go. This promising you the gift of free analog flight.
Yeah. For me,
Ta-da!
the console wars were never as strong as they were when it was Knights versus Crash versus Mario.
Totally.
64.
Those were three players in a game. You haven't had three real legit players.
I still say the animosity was stronger in the 16-bit era.
Yes.
Like, there was more at stake with this era.
Oh wait, I
but,
wanted to show
like,
you one thing. So I'm going to do an MLG playthrough of Elliot. There are two different players you can play as. Let me show you Elliot's little intro screen, because at the time I hadn't seen a lot of full motion intro videos on gameplay coming our way. This is Elliot. Basically, there are two kids with dreams that you need to fulfill as knights.
It's Peter Pan.
And guess what? Sort of. But Peter Pan at least implies it really happened, whereas all this is
Right.
like, this could have just happened in this kid's head.
So this is Ray Liotta? Or?
This is as far back as I can remember, I wanted to be a baller.
a little
Play
bit
basketball
taller.
against myself.
So I don't know how this holds up. At the time, I thought this was amazing. This is the most amazing video game cutscene I'd
They
ever
look
seen.
like real people.
Yeah,
They-
no, I mean, for 96, like, again...
Not bad.
The PS1's not even a year old in the US yet. Like, at best, you were watching, like, the Tekken 1 endings and going like, huh.
Look at it. The most awkward thumbs
Yeah.
up in the history of white people.
And even Mario 64, which technically in Japan came out before this, like, it didn't have anything like this.
Yeah,
like,
it had no cutscenes to speak of at all. Still
yeah.
kind of dumb.
Oh, I hate the red team.
Here we go. Literally, get dunked, kid. Elliot, get dunked.
This is the original red versus blue.
Man, put a net on that rim.
We weren't
Kill
ready.
him.
We weren't
The
ready
physics
for...
on that, give me a break. Not
Body.
possible in 1996.
So this is Elliot's tale. This is the tale we're going to try and play through. And as you'll see, this game is super fucking short. Loser. Gay wad.
Man, what a dweeb.
I'm not a goober. Oh, God, no.
What's great is this like the commercial for this, much like a lot of Sega of America
Extreme.
stuff. Sega of America did such a good job of making us like believe that all their shit was hot as hell and cool and edgy when it's like,
And, well, then this is
Sonic-
a very much a kid's safe
yeah,
for
this
Disney
is a,
game.
This looks like a children's
Yeah.
Disney game,
Oh,
but it
and-
still had an advertisement of like, screw that PlayStation, bye bye Play Toy. You want to play as two toddlers dreaming about their genderless
But
bread? Like,
I will argue it is the first game you could control with an analog stick on a mainstream system. And here's how you should.
here's where
Here's
it-
hopefully how you'll never see
Ugh.
the game. Because you can play like this. I think they scrapped everything.
Whoa.
This is Elliot. I'm playing as Elliot.
I haven't
Man,
played.
in a Vegas casino where they put the ceiling to look like.
I haven't played much of Knights, but what I do remember is like this stuff always seemed like it was put in at the last minute.
Yes,
Like-
and also I can't seem to get it to activate. But Elliot totally has a triple jump. Actually, can you,
Yeah,
he has a triple jump for like no reason.
This is
Can
the
you change the input on the TV so I can?
this is
Oh, so there's a clock coming after me. I will die. So what I need to do
This
is
is
grab
when
a
you're-
hold of Knights and a hop. You'll never see it during my playthrough. You're never going to see Elliot again.
good because I didn't like that at all.
So again, I try and harken back to a time where like everybody, basically developers just got gifted with 3D capabilities, but no one knew really what that meant. Crash Bandicoot's a good example of a way you can try and do 3D, and so is Knights. Mario 64 set what it was to be a third-person 3D.
God, I love that there's like 4 different fonts on the screen right now.
Yeah. And it's insane. Like, looking this up, like, I can play it pretty well. I'm not playing this correctly, and I don't know how. There are plenty of people online who can play way better than me. What I'm going to try and do is play through as fast as possible, because basically that's all there is to the game. You get 20 orbs. You go in here, you grab the other orb.
Bonus time.
Bonus time.
Bonus time, our weekly Patreon exclusive podcast.
So there I should be trying to score a shitload of
You
points.
said I'd never see
Holy
Elliot
fuck.
again,
Yeah.
and I just did.
You will only see him at the end. And a really, I think, great
Only in a
cutscene.
high-five
Revisionist
fashion.
history. Look at that pop in, everybody. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, but again, like I thought this was great, but in like with modern eyes, this is highly disorienting.
It's really
It's
disorienting.
really
Oh my
dizzying.
god, and those repeating clouds. There's only like one set.
Yeah, it really reminds me of being in a casino where they paint the ceiling to look like the sky, so you never know what time you're too late to be back with the families.
So what I'm trying to do, you can string together combos, obviously, but what I'm trying to do is gather enough 20 orbs to go in here, rescue this thing, and bring it back
You
to
could
Knights.
tell me anything and I would believe you.
That's
right
what I'm saying. Like digging down, there's a bunch of gameplay in this even I didn't uncover. It's very arcade focused. Holy shit, I'm getting a D.
This is a different stage?
This is a different route, basically. There's 4 different routes.
Think of like Pandemonium on the PS1, where it's like that's 1 2D, 2.5D.
Oh no, this is way more complicated than Pandemonium ever was.
Yeah, Dave.
I'll defend Pandemonium.
No,
before I die.
but again, I think that's an excellent example of like what the fuck are we supposed to do with 3D? And that was Crystal Dynamics trying their best.
No, this is an era where everyone was experimenting, and it's like in the fall of '96, it was basically Mario 64 versus Knights versus Crash.
Yes.
And there's 3 different expressions of what do you do with 3D game development.
This apparently. Quickly, immediately, without warning, change camera views.
Hey.
What is this, Resident Evil? Hey.
But again, like there's a lot of pretty stuff on display, and I feel like one more game really could have worked things out for Sonic Team. But remember, and I also have.
This couldn't be more Sega right now.
I can make little loops. Let's see.
That's how you get all your combo. Fantastic Six.
And none of it makes any sense. But
when they added 2 people to Fantastic Four, it was not well received.
Let's see what I got here. Did I get higher than a C? Yeah. But in order to progress through the game, you have to get a C average on everything. So I'm going to need a really
just like in society.
Just like America.
Yeah, pretty much.
C.
So I wouldn't have got through high school if it wasn't for the letter C.
For cheat?
Yeah, not cheat. But look at it. Like this is super awkward, but I still love it. An underwater level. So now it turns into a slightly on rails experience.
What was it before?
Yeah.
This looks like it's all on rails.
Yeah, it's very on rails. But at the time, it was like.
You like how? Oh, hey now.
The game was offering me what I wanted, a full like platformer flying game.
Sure.
And it does sort of deliver on that.
So
with a minor copy.
I will say one thing I do like about this.
What's that?
A lot of I don't know how to express this, but a lot of games when they make the transition to 3D, they kind of lose the visual aesthetic of what made the 16 or 8-bit version
beautiful and fun. And
yeah, and this
it retains that.
This, even though it doesn't have a 16-bit or 8-bit equivalent, this looks, the colors and the art design, it's very reminiscent of the heyday of 16-bit stuff, where like a good, strong character that's clearly like pops off of the background. I can see the silhouette very easily.
So whether you know it or not, we are 1/4 through the game.
So this is as far as I got.
So what you basically have to do is throw her at an angle that you're throwing her through breakable walls.
Can you put the Goofy yell over that?
Gorsh!
No, the when he falls off a building. That's the one. That's what I'm looking at.
I think this stage kickstarted many a fetish.
So we're playing the Xbox 360.
We are. We're playing the
version.
up-res version, but I've done this so many times, I'm not terrible at it.
Fuck. You mean bounce around on fat ladies?
Well, it gets harder.
But yeah, this is such a strange time, like 96, like Sonic Team and Sega in general trying to figure out like how do we recapture that heat we had of early 90s Genesis Mega Drive, and like 94, 95 for Sega weren't that great between Sega CD, 32X, Saturn, kind of a Bosch launch. It was like, how do we get some of this momentum back? And there wasn't a killer Sonic game, so Knights was really pushed as the next big thing, and it never really took off. Like, performed fine, but by the time
you can tell just by how many times Knights appeared afterward, there were high expectations for him. Oh shit, a D. Thank God I already did it. If I really got a D, I would not be able to progress to the last level. But I'm playing through one of my existing saves. But again, you're 1/4 of the way through the game, and I will play through as fast as possible.
It. Like, that can't be right.
I mean, at the time, remember, like the Saturn almost exclusively was arcade ports.
Splash Garden is my favorite Ludacris song, by the way.
Arcade ports were like just big on the menu, so this is very much to me seems an arcade game.
Points will get a bonus when you score continuously.
Yeah.
The hell does
and
that
it's
mean?
so like if you watch the attract mode gameplay, like who could fucking play it like this? You'd really have to memorize this game up and down, and you could if you're good at the game, you can play it blindfolded.
I was again told I wouldn't see Elliot.
You won't play as Elliot anymore. Oh, and now I'm a liar again.
Literally everything you said has not been true.
They steal his orbs, and I have to go to Knights to get my orbs back.
So this is his dream to get back at the bullies who pantsed him?
I'm gonna let you improvise on how you want the story to go, and just say, yeah, that's what it is. When I have an orb, I can get knights.
So this
boom.
kid gets beat up every day. And
he gets dunked on.
He gets dunked on every
Which
day.
is, I think we all know now, is worse than being beat up.
And then goes home and dreams about a spandex.
Yes,
and
an androgynous.
androgynous spandex person.
I was looking into the development of what the hell were you inspired by to make this weird ass game, and you'll never guess. Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil was a heavy inspiration on Knights.
Well, I wasn't even aware of Cirque du Soleil in '96. But
And here we are in our next loop.
but so the Wii sequel, Knights Talks, and
Oh, it's awful. It's the worst, and it's Sega taking the wrong cues from, I don't know, the fucking gameplay style it tried to pioneer. Oh, a D. I swear I did this last night and did not do anywhere near this bad.
But what does that mean?
What, a D?
Like that, no, with that little like pinata thing that has a number on it that bumping into.
Oh, it wants you to make a combo or a link. See, now I have 9 link there. As long as I keep touching stuff, I'll continue my link. And I've also, if you can't tell, and I couldn't the first billion times I played this, I've rescued a little thing and he hangs out with me. I forget what he does. None of it's important.
Medium move, rock and roll.
But this is, my shoulder buttons allow me to do little twists and turns. Like, I am actually doing all of this. So again, neat. It just implies like a little bit of gameplay that wasn't very refined. And I need to find that big, you know, what do you call it? That thing that is encasing my orb. Where the hell is it? There it is. Loop back around, and we are done. Let's try and get racks of points here. Oh, fuck! Excellent, 7.
Let's undo a kickflip.
I did a sailfish, you just couldn't tell. I bet I got a D on that too. Hey, look at that! Hey, people!
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and I'll defend this game to the death. But like, it died for a reason. I wish they would have just go back, revisit this, figure out what does well. There's all this different stuff behind the scenes in the development of things that they just had to scrap entirely because you can't tell what's going on. The audience is confused. What do people actually want to do in a game like this? But again, isn't it neat to have this is a game. There's no comparison. There's no other game like this at all.
I think even in 1996.
No, not really. Pandemonium might count. But again, just the Z-axis here, the up and down. I can control when I do that.
I think even in 1996, gamers were just like looking for something a little bit more mature. Like, there's Crash Bandicoot. He goes to Nintendo headquarters and makes fun of him. And here's Mario. He punches now.
I think that's a fair comparison. And Sega was still trying to play that like, no, it's for kids. We love it, right?
Well, it's not even Sega like it's for kids. It's just Sega, the Japanese development was always like, we just have an idea.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it. And sometimes it's going to hit and sometimes it's going to miss, but like it'll always be very Sega.
Yeah, and
that's why it's easy to be a Sega fan because that 80s and 90s Sega is
Holy
like
crap.
Yep.
It's not like any other.
It's a whole level based off the bonus rounds of Sonic 2. Fuck. You can barely see what's happening. Again, you will have to have memorized this thing to do MLG gameplay on it. Fuck me. So, if I don't get 20 orbs, I'm gonna have to come back and do that again. And I'm going to have to come back and do that again.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Like, I just have no.
Yeah, in hindsight, as much as I loved it, this is outrageously disorienting.
But
yeah.
Did he turn into a?
He turned into
Bobsled?
Knights is now a sled with Elliot inside of him.
I mean, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it worked for Rush.
I want to ride you like a sled.
So is this Christmas Nights now? Is that how this works?
This is not. We do have Christmas Nights on here. I don't know if we'll get to it. I don't think we'll have time.
We'll wait till December.
Where is the goddamn orb case?
Yeah, like I was big into Genesis. I'm a huge Sega CD fan. Loved my Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Saturn was just this one dead zone. Like I just didn't play it.
But I think
again, launched that surprise launch in May of '95, $400, and by the time Sega kind of like got their
oh my
act
god,
together,
where is the goddamn thing I need?
and actually got games out and packed stuff in and dropped the price, it was like, yeah, but N64 is out also by that time. So it's like, you now have PlayStation and N64.
Oh, there it is. Whew. I gotta run back. I got 20 seconds of bonus time. This would be where
Our weekly pick,
an MLG player would try and rack up his high score.
but not Chris.
No, I just gotta get through it. And
You gotta be.
guess what, guys? We're halfway through the game. This is the entire. Well, of Elliot's side, there's 3 exclusive levels to Clarice. But for some reason I find
Shadow the Hedgehog.
So what you need to do here, and again the game never tells you.
This is.
Look like
You basically need
characters from Cool World.
you need to see these mice that they're on fire, they get lit. You got to make sure they don't go off.
Yeah, they like to get
Until
lit.
this guy has nowhere else to
I
stand.
feel like the
can
Rock
only
and Roll Racing soundtrack is playing underneath.
I will never say anything bad about this fucking
He
game.
can
I love
only
it. Oh, God, it's
stand
gonna hit
where
me.
there are mice.
Yes.
That makes
So as soon as I get rid of, they're trying, man. It's a unique boss thing and a completely new and unaddressed gaming experience. So it's in hindsight, it's a completely rough game, but I fell in love with this thing, head over heels. I do not regret it.
I mean, no, I'm not questioning your. What is he doing to that thing?
Yeah.
Didn't notice I'm completely out of my boost.
He is like really going to town on that mouse's hair.
So now he's dead because he has nowhere else to go.
But this is what even Mario 64 only had like Bowser and King Baba.
Yeah, but remember the boss fights in Mario 64? There are 3 of them. They're all the same.
Yeah, they don't matter.
So like it was 3D trying to figure out what it was. And I'll never say this is a great game or that was a great time to be a gamer, but I'm glad I got to be there to see like gaming find its feet.
Well, it's trying
3D
to-
is base level. That's what gaming is. It's 3D or you're nothing.
Yeah.
Or you're $20 and you're a downloadable game.
I don't know about nothing.
Not sorry, but that's like the
that's
standard. If you're not 3D, you have to explain what you are
Right.
now as a game.
Well, at the time, like the whole idea of 2D gaming was kind of like endangered species level. Like the Sony America was definitely like
Sony made it that way.
poo-pooing 2D games in general. The N64 definitely never really had a strong 2D game. Like
Thanks for showing me all this.
right, like Mischief Makers, but even that was that
Yeah.
like, pre-rendered sprites look, not a really crisp, like beautiful sprites.
But this is
And it took a long time for things like Symphony of the Night, Mega Man 8,
Totally.
like things like that to like really get a chance to live.
And-
And at the time, 3D was like push 3D, especially the launch of the Saturn. Saturn was already a year old by the time.
the
Knights came
rough launch of the set.
out. Yeah, so it was up for a year. The PlayStation, by fall '96, PlayStation didn't really have like a slam dunk game yet.
And
There were good games, but there was no like oh shit game yet. And Crash was supposed to do that.
yeah, and if we didn't say that, this is what Sonic Team made instead of Sonic for the entire existence of the Saturn.
I mean, not for lack of trying with the Sonic.
Extreme.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 3D Blast.
Yeah, but this is the one they decided to go forward with. So if I had to guess, they won some argument of like, we really would like to make something that's not Sonic
Well, this,
for a little while.
Yeah, this is working. Sonic Extreme is not working.
Well, just how far does Sonic get you? D! Fuck me. Again, I've beat this already, so we don't have to worry that much about the...
I even remember seeing Sonic Extreme in like Ultra Game Players and being like, this does not look as good as Mario and Crash.
And
so
never
why are you
will.
still trying?
but yeah, the Saturn was built to be mostly a sprite powerhouse.
Yeah, 2D machine.
Oh, God, I forgot what this thing does.
Whoa,
Ah! So I'm controlling this. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, then after
So that's what I love about this game, though. Yes, it's not great, but there are a ton of ideas here.
it's funny because this is very much a Sonic game.
Yeah.
Like, this is like
Yeah, he wasn't left out of it because they wanted to. They thought this is unsafe waters. No, they were banking on this game to be big shit, and it, obviously didn't make much of a splash.
I like
Except
how
for people like me.
Knights' demeanor is still happy even when it's being pushed face first against a grate for like.
He's a
30 seconds.
sexless jester. He loves all this shit, man. He is having
Yeah.
the time of his life. Let's do this
Look,
again.
I'm not gonna kink shame.
Kink shame.
Sexless Jester, a great band name.
Sexless jester.
Right there for the taking.
Look how pleased he is just to be, or pleased it is just to be pushed up against this grate for.
Take a picture and you can buy
Hey,
the photo
if
at the
you,
end of the ride.
If you like that pressure on your body, I bet it's pretty hot.
The G-force is on right now. I wish you guys could feel it. Boom, I'm in. I bet I got another D. Jesus Christ. Hey, a C. Look at that. C, it's for Chris. Panties on Twitter, everybody.
I guess by
Oh, and if you're not seeing that, I'm doing little paraloops that can create a vacuum
Yeah,
and also
sucking.
suck in enemies.
you said
Slap an egg and a little.
Yeah, I
thing
just
comes out.
freed a guy. This is part of the game. It's never once explained to you what that does. Maybe in the manual.
Yeah, kind of spun off from those creatures you gotta save in Sonic.
Yes,
Like,
like a chow or something like that.
I should know, but this music seems very Sonic.
Yeah,
I
no,
remember
I'm
the-
pretty sure this is all the Sonic
composer.
team you know and love. I have no idea what just happened, but I seem to be. Look at this.
Sure.
A billion ideas.
Helping you?
I don't know.
It seems like you're now it's Katamari.
Now it's Katamari.
A billion different ideas in one game. What is it? We don't know. But it's everything. Everything you could ever want.
And now a random number.
Oh,
420.
God, Y2K,
Hey!
no. But by 96, FL 96, man, the PS1, like, I didn't Twist the Metal 2.
Yeah. I mean, the PlayStation had totally found its legs, while the Saturn was struggling to find its.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer, and I really wish Sega was. I wish they were still making platforms. I don't care what nobody says. And again, I'm doing all these little moves.
Man, even
Neat
the
shit,
Wii
neat
Nights
shit.
is almost 10 years old, I think.
Is it?
It was like 08 or 09, right?
And what I'm going to
Let's
show
get
you
up there.
next, after this level,
Ten,
is going to
right?
blow your fucking minds. It's going to blow your socks
I
on your
already
ass.
barely process what's going on now.
It's tough. Now I'm climbing a spire. God. And an MLG person could speed right the hell through this, but I'm trying to focus on
This is you're going to the top of the Sears Tower.
trying to focus on getting the orbs. I mean,
The blast core truck is getting close to the...
what kind of game are you? All right, I'm one away. Watch out for those spikes. Because they don't hurt you as much as they just take seconds off your time. And time is, again, this is totally an arcade game, like nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, I saw that Sonic and Knuckles had the high score.
Yeah, I just have to plead ignorance to most of this. Like,
I mean, like, I played a ton of this and I still like, what the fuck is happening? I went back to try and beat some bosses. It was barely possible. Here we go again! I think.
I think it's the
Boy,
Am I
gyrating.
being punished?
Monument Valley
This
will
is,
look better.
this is remastered and still having a hard time rendering
I think
things.
the
4K in
background is
front
where
of it.
every Dragon Ball Z fight takes place.
Ta-da!
Ugh. How can you like memorize this?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pressing left and right to tilt.
Let's
Motherfucker.
pretend there's a big.
Tell me you don't have to do this again.
There's a big orca behind you right now.
Dude, I will die and lose. Tell me there's no more of this. Do not put me on this fucking thing again. I'll kill you. Oh god, 15 seconds.
What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen is the literal worst thing that could happen, especially on a playthrough. No,
Get out of there.
I can't. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. No.
Where is it? No!
Okay.
Oh, he's dead.
So
yes!
you're not knights anymore. I get lost on my orbs, therefore my points, and there's going to be an egg timer chasing after me. Fortunately, this guy can scale any height, and I just need to get back here.
Wow. Even in his dream, he gets dunked.
I can't believe that happened to me.
It's a very early iteration of the Crazy Taxi arrow.
Oh my god, the camera.
Man, Tony Hawk sucks when you
You
get
can
off
see
the
where
board.
you can see where I'm going. Ah, orbs, me. The timer's off. I cannot believe I did this in the middle of my MLG stream. 'Cause the next level needs to go like clockwork, or we're not going to see shit. I got an F. I got an F. Make fun of me if you'd like, but I've done still a C. Still a C. They're very, very sweet with the averaging. You ready for the last level? By the way, the last level is shared by Claris 2. And this is man, I forgot about this. I want to catch this guy in a paraloop. A paraloop is this little suction thing I made. Fucking hit me.
Man, this music is like Toshinden 1 DDR remixes.
I was gonna say
There, I
like
got him. I hit him.
it's like Ace Ventura driving in his car at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, man. Keyboard, good,
Got
good.
it. Got him. And one more well-timed paraloop. Keep him a little bit in front of me. Got it. Done. I know it's hard to see what's happening, but I've done this a lot. And there's what's really weird is that there's a 2-player mode for this game where you play versus him. Someone's gonna correct me again. You're a bigger Knights fan. Congratulations.
Why does he blow up so big? Like, why
That was a ELE event.
is that necessary? So is he the villain of the game?
Yes, but not the big boss.
So does he dream about villains who beat him up in his dreams? Like, what is happening?
This is the final stage. It's the same for Claris. I do love this moment though. I do love this moment because it gets very confusing. Like, all right,
Son, I gotta tell you about the twin
Whole
seeds that
game-
made you and your sister.
whole game starts you out playing as Elliot. Oh fuck, threw me away from Knights. The vision of the boss. Shit, I can't fly.
And you see him with that that flip to get back on his
Yeah.
feet? Man, Apollo Crews.
The arrow's pointing this way. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
What
do I do?
You're the expert. I think you should
There's
go
nowhere
off-
I can go.
I think you should jump off the edge.
Oh,
I
you think so?
I think that's the answer.
Oh shit! Great job, Elston. Now he's dead.
I mean, that's what
now
I
he's
thought.
dead.
Just that Third Eye Blind song.
For the first time ever, Elliot gets to take flight on his own. So instead of being on a loop, Elliot is not on a loop here. He can not go back. If you miss an orb, you kind of fuck yourself in the level, and you're sharing one big giant time.
Oh,
So I gotta hit 20.
Is this the theme? The Night's
Yeah.
Night Delight. What's the song?
Oh, you're gonna hear it. Hopefully.
Summertime Afternoon Delight.
Not that one. God damn it. Get the fuck. There we go. All right. Oh wait, don't. No time for any of that. No time for any of that horse shit. Did I get them all?
It's weird because every time I've thought about this game in my mind, I picture an incomprehensible thing that's flipping around, and I'm like, nah, I'm just not paying attention.
Yeah, but
And
I
then
mean,
when I watch, I'm like, no, this is what I remember.
This game is like Sonic if Sonic was only the casino level all the time.
It's like the
and
casino
with the
level.
Knights, you can play Knights in a casino level. That's where it's addressed because he goes on a giant ball that you can't really control all that much. And that's one of the biggest. That's I think the only Knights representation on the Dreamcast.
In which game?
Sonic Adventure, the casino level. There's a Knights. There's like a Knights pinball table. Ah shit! Come on, this music.
Oh,
Who's
God.
happy?
No, the music's great.
Who's
I
that?
know.
Fuck! All right, we're good.
Ah, I'm 16 again.
Come on, where's
I love
this
the
goddamn thing?
I love the MIDI
There we go.
chorus that chimes in.
Guys, I think we're gonna make it. This is where things get scary and scary.
I said, like, I'm 16 again.
No! Oh fuck. So again,
How is this not Peter Pan?
really requires some repetition and advanced knowledge of where things are going to be. Because if you don't know these are here, you're just going to lose.
This piano, so good.
Welcome, everybody. I'm sure that looked great.
Oh, flute solo?
We've got 28 seconds to see if we can make this happen, and I think it's gonna happen for us, people. With a B grade, holy shit, Christopher Antista doing it for the boys. Come on,
no.
Knights. I am pushing on this. Hey, and look, Clarice is coming to help me free Knights. We have done it. We are all together in a big sexless relationship. Not even frowned upon by God. Anybody? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow, look at that.
Thank you very much.
BAABB.
I feel like a parent. Where I'm just like, that's very nice.
It's
Chris.
very good that you did that. It's very good that you did that.
This is where a Rush song needs to take over.
But this is kind of the kind of gameplay I kind of wish there was more of.
Wow, this song is awesome.
I might not win now. That's shit. I just played this the other night.
You
I did
played
fine.
video games before, right?
Yeah.
This boss is from the same design school as that
Oh,
the
good
slot
looking.
machine from Star Fox.
So whereas
Whoa.
other games have a boss rush, Knights decides we're just going to use every background you've seen in the game already.
So this
Oh,
is
fuck.
the King of all Cosmos.
Ah, I might not win now. Okay, because you can't do a hit on him unless the other Knights comes and helps you out. So this is what 3D gaming looks like. And
So why are there two knights?
I think they're supposed to represent both players. Because you're supposed to beat this game twice in order to see the true ending and get the true boss.
So is he the true boss?
He is. This is not the true boss. I actually don't remember what happens there. But again, I love these level elements.
I mean, this is clever. It's definitely surreal and interesting to look at.
We have finished Knights.
Yay!
What the hell?
We have finished Knights. Well, one version of Knights.
Now they're just gonna rub on each
Again,
other
this
for
is that's
forever.
Look at that. That's me playing. I'm making them do every one of these flips.
Wow.
There was something.
Oh.
I'm not saying they executed it perfectly, but there was something here, man. There was something special about Nights, and if you were there to remember it, you know that. So remember, this kid, more than anything, wanted to get dunked only to someone else.
Which top 40 hits about to play?
I can't have no D.
Like I got this. So I'm guessing that was something from the game. Oof. But this music still kind of haunts me because it's kind of scary.
This is a Tekken ending at this point of just like,
oh fuck you, redhead kid! Get done.
boom! The whole city goes up in flames.
They all. Everybody wrecked.
We won't tease you again.
Oh my god!
Man, Paul Phoenix looks
We
great.
elect Elliot as our new leader.
So all it takes to be popular is one slam dunk.
One dunk, baby.
Well, let's be real. If I could do that,
Yeah.
then I'd
never stop.
I probably would have been pretty popular.
So this is what most people remember. Just, I think, a beautiful, subtle little song.
I love you, Elliot.
But I thought I remembered this being more indicative of gaming altogether, but it really was the hallmark of Sega. The experience you could put in your...
Look at those wrist
You
flies.
put in your Saturn and you're done in 5 seconds and you figure out, what the fuck, did I just finish the game? Like, yeah, you finished Die Hard Arcade, but you didn't do that well. Your letter grade sucks. Go do it again. So I don't know how much of this you guys want to sit through.
I'm more
But
worried about
this is the jam.
I'm more worried about the YouTube.
Oh
copyright.
no, they don't know about this.
Copyright strike.
It's great.
Wow,
But
those jazz hands.
I do think,
oh,
That's
nice.
cute. I don't like that.
and I do think this is the first time I heard lyrics in a song that was exclusive to a game. Dream I can be anything. Oh, I wish I had the lyrics up. I'm any place that I can see your face. That special one that I've been waiting for. And I hope that it comes for someone like me. Take it, Dave. In a dream, you and I far away.
Can't fly, I can't fly.
This is odd because the girl's goal is to be the best singer imaginable. She goes to a failed American Idol audition. So much fun.
Elliot Edwards. Sounds like a person who would be like a future Resident Evil protagonist.
This was momentous for someone who'd never had like a real
Yeah.
movie ending to their
Well, I
game.
could see that. A song made for the game
Nitro.
at a time when lyrics in the game beyond just the words "Clay Fighter" was still kind of
And
unique.
it's technically
Wake
terrible.
up, Schleeple!
It's technically terrible. And again, there was a Christmas Nights that was sent out to
Yeah,
and
Game
for
Player,
demos,
yeah.
game,
Game
magazines,
Players magazine.
and Boys to Men covered this song because that's how much money Sega had to
Ruin
throw in.
Pole, great Comedy Central show.
Man, that tester did a lot of work.
And
Party! That does look like a party.
Is this just for the next gen version?
you know what? I have no idea. But the fact that it's not widescreen at all leads me to believe no, this is just the original ending, original credit sequence.
Viral said that?
You tell me when you want this cut off, guys. Anytime you like.
Oh.
How do you go back 30 minutes?
All right, I tell you what. If we get $1 million devoted to Patreon, I will do the same MLG playthrough with Claris, Clarice, whatever. We hope to celebrate Nights as much as we can. I love the game. It's one of my favorites. If you like it too, share this with a friend.
Let's at least finish the credits.
The credits are real long.
I want to see their
Purple
community
Heart.
manager
You
was in
wanna-
Activity 6.
Disrespect to
No,
the
no, I don't.
developers?
I don't want to be that guy. No.
Shout out to Yasushi Nagumo.
Hopefully, they're talking about you right now, the ones who really care. Dream Deluxe. I want to smile again.
So these have to be modern web design. Was that around in 1996?
Yeah, SegaNet was
yeah, actually, there are a bunch of I think the website is still up for the Sega Japan.
If you die in Dark Souls, you become a hollow.
You can find these gifts somewhere on the internet, officially given out by Sega and its fledgling website.
Oh man, the flute.
Aqualung!
Are you my mom?
Yes, ma'am.
The Yaz flute.
Ah.
I played this the other night.
Man, that's an Earthbound background.
Gullwing. I played this the other night and let this song play out and walked out. My girlfriend said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing a game." She's like, "That doesn't sound like any game you've ever played before." I'm like, "It's because it's Knights. It still stands out like that, unlike anything I've ever played." Gulpo.
Big golden blow. Yujinaka, there you go. That's.
I can't believe it took this long to bring in the professional singers.
I like that graphics. I like Cars with a Z.
Yeah, how come he isn't making fighting
Can
game
we win a
count?
plush of him and he Sega UFO machine?
Jackal.
He's tough, man.
That's-
the only reason I didn't play Claris. I couldn't get a handle on him. But I looked at some MLG boss rushes. All this exists. MLG Knights play exists, and I wish I was capable of pulling it off. Rayla. No. Copyright Sega Enterprises.
F. Wiseman. Infogrames cares, everybody.
All right, everybody, pick up your stuff, put your shoes on, grab your popcorn. We gotta go. Theater's closing.
It's nice.
And this, I would. Oh wait, no. If I had to guess, these are the poor people. Now try Clarice's Dream.
Try it with a nice.
Yeah.
We know this is 1996 and you just paid $45 for this.
But yeah, let us know if you want to see the Clarice room. I don't have time to do it this week, but
Wait a minute.
yeah, you did it, buddy.
What's this then? Oh. Is this just the same thing in reverse?
No, it's your nice little stinger.
Oh.
I told her to.
I was inside you.
Ant-Man.
I was inside you all along. All right, everybody. Good night.